This question shows you how not to use a retort stand in the laboratory. And you're told that if you set up a retort stand like this, the retort stand will fall over. So indicate on the diagram where the CG of this whole system is. First of all, this whole setup will topple over in an anti-clockwise manner. And the CG of this whole system must be outside of the base. So we are looking for a CG answer that is on the left of the base. So I've joined this dotted line just as a guide. And this is roughly where the CG will be, any point in the middle in this circle here. In terms of height, the CG is roughly in the center because the base is pretty heavy for a retort stand. I'm sure you know that. And also the beaker of water can be quite heavy also. So in terms of vertical height, averaging out roughly somewhere around here. And the horizontal position must, like what I said, be on the left of the dotted line, which is outside the base. So this is where if your CG is within this circle, approximately, you have probably gotten the concept correct. Now in part 2, explain why the system topples over to the left. We look at where the pivot point is. So when the whole system rotates, it will rotate about this pivot point. And the weight is a downwards force, and you can see very clearly once I drawn this downwards weight arrow that this weight will make the whole system rotate in an anti-clockwise manner. This weight creates an anti-clockwise moment that makes the whole system rotate anti-clockwise. And that's the reason why this is an example of how not to set up your retort stand. Okay, in part 3, how can you stabilize this? First up, don't have the arm of the retort stand in the opposite direction as the base. Okay, just put it in the same direction and it'll be very stable. Now, other ways is what I've written in the answer on the slide. We can, if you have no choice but to set up a retort stand in this orientation, you will need to add weights to the base of the clamp to shift the CG lower. You can also shorten the arm of the retort stand. The whole idea between of these two actions is to shift the CG from here into the base area. So we want to do things to shift the CG towards the right. And make the CG within the base, because when the CG is within the base, then when you disturb the retort stand, the moment caused by weights for a stable object will always create a restoring effect to shift the retort stand back to its original horizontal orientation.